How we all getting along on this Thanksgiving Day? I was gonna do this as a separate video, but figured while I'm back here, and I don't get back here very often. If you want to hear a little bit of the story of these cars and the hauler here, you'll have to check back at the previous video. Ain't gonna go into all that again. Just gonna kind of show some of the vehicles and some of the equipment that's strung down through this hauler, all growed up. At one time, this was a prosperous farm. All this was probably cleared. But it's definitely grown up since. Kind of neat, some of these old Chryslers and Chevys. I like this one. She's got the old tree growing up through her. This one's still got the transmission in her. I've enjoyed these cars, been coming back here for over 30 years. And I've kind of watched them rot away. It's kind of sad, but in a way, I think that's what we all do, just kind of rot away. Some of these, I don't know what they are. I do know some of them's Chryslers and some of them Chevys. I think these are Chryslers on this end of the place and some Chevys on the other end. The old boy had quite a collection. When they had his sale after he passed away, a lot of people got vehicles out of here to restore. A lot of Model Ts. I know several C-cab trucks come out of here. Some Tourings. Some of the bigger trucks, there's some old Internationals on back in here, big trucks. There ain't much left of them. This one's kind of neat. She's still got the headlights. Brought my grandson back here the other day. He'd never seen anything like that. I think he thought it was kind of neat. All right, she's a little bit of a jaunt to the next one. Sorry for the shakiness. Ain't much comes back in here nowadays other than the deer and me. Now that's a heck of a way to park a car, ain't it? There's top off one. I don't know whether they cut the top off or whether the rest of it's buried in there or what. Don't know. Well, I'm gonna pause for a minute and walk on back in here to show you some more. There's another old Chevy flipped over on her top. I reckon as they was scavenging them for parts over the years, they just pulled them this way and that just to get what they needed out from under them or off of them. But there's still some salvageable stuff on there, and actually she just kind of neat just the way she is. Find it interesting that most of the trunks are gone, or deck lids gone. I just wonder if those were collectors or whether they actually just got damaged that much. Another old Chevy over here. Now this one still does have the deck on it. Kind of like this one, got the old suicide doors on her. Ain't much holding her together. Kind of neat how it's got, I know that's probably aftermarket. I'm not sure if you can see it through the weeds, but kind of a grill guard down in there. Kind of neat. Still got the old Chevy emblem on her. Nobody's latched onto that yet. Yep, heading on down to some more. Got you an old International pickup here. Most of the frame's been cut out from under it. Probably made something else out of it. The old air cleaner's still there. That's kind of neat. Old oil bath air cleaner. Wooden frame inside the cab. Not much of it left, but remnants. Always thought that was kind of neat. Back in the day, getting back in here was a long old hike. And I usually came during the summer. So it took years for me to find all these cars because they are just squirreled away in every little nook and cranny back through these woods. Another frame off something. Not sure if that's to this truck or not. Got the cowl off another truck. Gas tank. Another old, I'd say that looks like a Chevy. Another Chevy. See, he wasn't all dumb. He liked Chevys. There's another one tucked way down in there. I don't know if you can see it or not. That one's pretty much back in the brush. Yep. Heading over to see the old pickups. This ain't an old car, but that is definitely an old tree. Look at the size of that thing. And I know this video is not going to do it justice. You can see an old cable hanging down out of her from her branches way up in there. But you look at the size of this thing. I stuck my pocket knife in there as a reference. And that pocket knife is a good 7 inches long. You can kind of see it there off to the middle. That is one big old tree. Another old heavy truck squirreled away in here. It's got the flat-sided hood with louvers there. This one had steel wheels with cinch wheels on it. There's some of them back in here, some Internationals that had the wooden wheels. Everywhere you look back in here, there's something. Just kind of squirreled away. Some of it ain't fit for anything, been shoved around with a dozer and what have you. But that old boy just kind of left this whole valley. Well, when he left, he left. Got the old grain bins over there. So definitely, did some row crop. All right, couple more trucks and a 1928 cement mixer up over the hill. So here's an early International. Got the wooden wheels on her. I always thought this was kind of neat, how the axle sprung off the back like that instead of out of the center of the springs. She sprung off the back. More stuff just laying around. That's the remnants of an old thrashing machine there in the edge of the field. I think that's another thrashing machine over there. Not much left of it. Been pretty much pushed up in a wad. Some old Model T hood parts and stuff there, but they're all just completely destroyed. One more thing to show you, and then we'll be done. Well, on the way to the last thing, I found one more thing. These old truck beds, there's several of them back in here, but I always thought they were kind of neat. Most of them out in here is upside down, so I wonder if he used them for livestock. But over here, one of the neater things, we've got us a cement mixer. So I don't think, that they had ready mix back in the day. So you basically mixed her on the job site. So it looked like this thing was cart mounted on steel wheels. It is a 7 mix, it says. Somewhere in here, there it is, Speed King. Somewhere in amongst all them numbers is a patent date of 1929. So she was made sometime after that. Kind of a neat setup. Big old bull gear on her. Not quite sure how it was powered. I wonder if she had a stand. Out right there's how she was powered. There's the chain drive. I'd never noticed that on this side before. But kind of a cool old rig. Imagine dragging that to your job site. That's how America was built. Well, I'm gonna wrap her up and head on home for the turkey dinner. Y'all have a good one. Like and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up if you found it enjoyable. Have a good one.